Now let's talk about the King and Queen, who will be hosting Donald and Melania Trump on a state visit to the UK in September. So the US President and First Lady will be staying at Windsor Castle, and it will mark the first time a world leader has received a second state visit to the country. What can we expect from this?
Well, they're arriving September 17 and they're spending 2 days at Windsor Castle of course, with Charles and Camilla. So Donald Trump and Melania will be there. And as you say, it is unprecedented, especially for a world leader to get that second state visit at Windsor. So it really does show, I think, that Charles is being very strategic in a sort of political space. It's not just about the pageantry here, it's more about building a relationship with Donald Trump. And they've already got a great friendship, as we know, and of course we know that Mr Trump loves the royal family. He was very effusive about the late Queen, calling her a great lady. And I don't think it hurts that Charles is working very hard to keep that relationship strong, given of course that Harry lives in the US and has a rather checkered past with the actual president himself, as does Meghan. So I think, you know, Charles is being very strategic, he's being very savvy, and he just wants to keep that relationship strong with the US. I understand the invitation was delivered personally by the Prime Minister Keir Starmer in February when he had a meeting with Trump at the Oval Office. So Trump's had a long time to get very excited about this, and of course he is very excited, saying, you know, it's wonderful and it's beautiful and I can't wait to go over there and see them. So, you know, it's great. It's all really good news, I think, from the sort of US-British relations.
Yes, and interesting, as you mentioned, the checkered past with Harry and Meghan. Well, after years of public estrangement with Prince Harry and King Charles, they may finally be inching towards reconciliation, with their senior aides spotted holding a private meeting in London. So it remains unclear at this point who initiated this meeting, but what would you say about this, Louise? Is this the most promising development we've seen so far in a potential patching up between Prince Harry and King Charles?
I do think it is. I think the fact that Charles's aide actually went to the meeting and spoke to Meredith Maines, who I believe is Harry and Meghan's new PR person, very effective. I think she brokered the BBC interview he did where he talked about wanting to have a reconciliation with his father. So this sort of leads on from that. And look, Charles's person didn't need to go. That meeting could have been an absolute snub, but it wasn't. So, and also the fact, I think, that Charles and his team haven't put out any comms since that meeting. Now, somebody obviously tipped off the paparazzi because the meeting was held at a private club near Clarence House, and that photograph was done on a very long lens. So obviously someone was waiting to capture that picture. We don't know who tipped them off. I mean, we could speculate that maybe Harry's camp has more to gain from doing that. We just don't know. So either way, it's a good look for both of them to be seen to broker peace through their representative, and it's not done through lawyers. There's no kind of nasty tone to it. It was very sort of upbeat and peaceful, and let's hope that is the start of a reconciliation between Charles and his youngest son.
We'll see. It also comes after the King appeared to recently snub Harry. King Charles omitted Prince Harry from a speech praising my son, Prince William, during the state banquet for French President Emmanuel Macron. So reconciliation might be easier said than done, but...
It could be, but let's hope that this is a new path forward for them, because they've both got a lot to gain, I think, from patching things up, and a lot to lose from continuing this sort of global feud that's been happening.
Oh, absolutely. Well, let's talk about another family feud that is playing out in the public. Please bring us up to speed on the fallout with the Beckham family drama. There's apparently been this social media war between the Beckham kids. It appears that the Beckham brothers are publicly fighting after Romeo and Cruz blocked Brooklyn on social media. Yes. What's happened here?
Yes, so I think despite David and Victoria's best efforts to keep this spat out of the public eye, it's gone fully nuclear now. And it's interesting, the social media aspect has been described as the sort of Gen Z version of World War III, because it's not been played out in headlines, which is traditionally where celebrity families would, you know, maintain their positions and sort of argue with each other. It's all done on social media. So yes, Cruz and Romeo have reportedly blocked their older brother on Instagram, which is a real statement in this day and age, very much so. And apparently it happened a day after Brooklyn made a mention of his younger sister's 14th birthday and wished her happy birthday to Harper. So look, I think I've said this before, I think Brooklyn's made his point. He clearly wants to be his own person away from the Beckham brand, but I still think behind the scenes he needs to work very hard to patch things up with mum and dad, because it's moved from parents v son to now a war between the brothers. Yeah. So what's next? I mean, complete estrangement from the family? I don't know, and I do hope not.
Yeah, I agree with you. Very interesting though. Louise Roberts, thank you so much for joining us. Great to speak to you.